I was recently watching a documentary about Led Zeppelin and their rise to fame. What stood out to me during that documentary was the degree of sacrifice the members had to make in order to be successful. These elements included the following: obsessive focus on craft, obscurity and financial instability, and willingness to prioritize long term benefits over immediate comfort. But this pattern is not unique to music or to Led Zeppelin. Across all disciplines, law, medicine, business, you will find a common theme among the successful people. And these themes are front loaded costs, delayed and uncertain reward, and selective and sustained focus over a long period of time. In other words, meaningful success typically requires sustained sacrifice and reordered priorities. Thus, if we examine the life of high performers, we will see that their success came at a price, with many experiencing a period of destitution before they received what they were seeking. Others had to sacrifice family and free time to be successful. Now, we can pursue worldly wealth based on those principles I've outlined, but there's also something even more important, and that is pursuing what God has to offer, which is lasting and unending. What God has to offer is greater than anything on earth can provide, and that is joy. And that is what we are all deep down seeking throughout our lives. Yet many are willing to make the sacrifices to obtain worldly wealth, but not willing to do the same for something of greater value. God grants according to our desires, and our desires are shown by what we're willing to sacrifice. Thus, if you want what God has to offer, you need to be willing to undergo the sacrifices required to obtain it.